people? Welcome to another episode of A Drink in the Game. We are here live again today. I know we said we was going to do live every other week, but we said fuck it. We're just going to be live whenever.
We gotta
You
get what
know,
the people want.
yeah, give the people what they want. Y'all like seeing
Exactly.
us live and bullshitting on camera and shit. So here we are. Today is me, your host Dre, aka BK Brawler 537. And of course Freddie G. You know,
AKA Mad King. What up? What up?
We got us a special guest, one of our gamerish members, Matt, the Mad Titan.
The Mad Titan.
So I don't know if you want. Is that your gamer tag? Is that your gamer tag?
It is my gamer tag. The Mad Titan 081. It's
All
my
right.
gamer tag on everything. On
That's
everything.
what's up. That's what's up. Someone just said what's up on Facebook. I don't know. I can't see the name. They're not giving it.
I open the tab and I get to see what they say.
All right, let me see who that talking. So, but whoever you are, what up? Until I get your damn name. As usual, we here, we talking shit, we drinking. We're gonna talk about some damn games. So, of course, you guys in the comments, let us know if you got a drink as well. We always want to know what you guys drinking. Matt, since you're the guest today, let us know what you got drinking. You saying I might be disappointed, but you never know. I'm a straight up alky man.
Yeah, I have my finest bottle of
Heineken. That's
Heineken, all right. As long as it's not the alcohol-free Heineken, we're
I
good.
kind of staved off Heineken for a little bit because I felt like I don't know, like I got tired of the taste because that was like the first beer my dad ever introduced to me.
Yo, that's the same thing. That's why I don't drink it because my dad drinks it.
So now it's just like I just got tired of drinking Heinekens. But my favorite beer was always Blue Moon, and so I became a beer addict who just drinks anything and everything.
Just real quick, it was Ryan said what up. So what
Ryan,
up, Ryan?
what's up, Ryan? All right.
Real quick on Blue Moon. I think that was the first beer that got me into drinking beer.
That's first beer I got it. Remember when you bought me beers when we went to that fucking that bar by that McDonald's in the city near Union Square? Remember that fucking bar? It's me, you, and Noel, and I'm like, I don't drink beer, and you was like, stop getting fucked up so easily drinking liquor, and then you made me start drinking beer, and Blue Moon was the first one that made me feel like, okay, I could possibly drink beer now.
Usually the gateway beer.
Yeah, it was a gateway drug. It was a fucking gateway drug. Now I don't stop drinking beer all day, like not from morning, guys. At least from 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, yes.
12 o'clock hits.
That's my word too.
Then I'll start drinking, But I can go days without it when I feel like it. I don't go many days without it, but it is.
Is that your go-to? Is that your go-to? Do you usually just go ahead and grab the Blue Moon, or do you? What's your go-to?
I've got. Oh, who got some white Hennessy? Mine just
BK Beast got some
my
white Henny.
White Henny just finished. But
you fancy, bro.
I think my dad is hiding some from me in the basement, because he knows that I'll drink it all out, and when my cousins come through,
That's the shit you get from DR, right?
Yeah, DR or Barbados. You always get from one of those two places. So my shit is fucking, my bottle ran out, and that's thanks to my fucking brother coming up from Florida and drinking out all my damn Hennessy because he don't know how to drink anything else but Hennessy. Unfortunately, he's not like me, but I'm such a beer aficionado. I have subscriptions to like 2 beer subscriptions, so I get like 24 beers sent to me from across the U.S. from overseas every night. Yeah, and so that I have a whole bunch of different flavors going on. What beer I got with me today, since I'm talking about it, and I can't drink liquor today after drinking this, is Dogfish IPA, guys, and it's called the 100.
It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
Yeah, it's just crazy. This shit is 20% alcohol level, and it's just like I was drinking this shit while playing games like just an hour ago, and almost fell asleep, and I was just like, let me.
What game were you playing?
After this, I was playing. Me and Mo were playing Warhammer, that the Chaos one, the one that's like a Diablo. So yeah, we were playing some Warhammer. Oh, good.
All right, so we got gamers, aka Felice. I'm expecting she had that, and then Mad Queen says she's drinking that Pinot Grigio.
Mm-hmm.
She's fancy. I'm drinking Macallan 12. See, my thing is I go 2 ways. Either I get something really cheap and just like mix it with soda, or I get something really good and just ice or neat and just like sip on it. So I'm either like cheap alcohol or like get that good shit and just like relax with it. So right now I'm just relaxing with some Macallan.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So now that we got the drinks out the way, we cheers before we get into the shit I want to talk about today. So cheers, guys.
Salud.
Take a sip. Hopefully, I don't get too fucked up. But
That's all good. It's part of the program.
20%.
yeah. So here we go. So first thing, we always talk about games. So we always talk about what we're playing. I always want for this show for everyone to bring a game that they've been playing or something they want to talk about. And so before we get into games, actually, WandaVision happened on Friday last week.
Yo, that came out of nowhere, right? Or that was just me?
No,
I wasn't paying
I
attention.
knew it was coming. They were fucking promoting the hell out of it. And I'm glad it's the first one that came because I kind of got like some strong opinion. I don't know if it's too strong, but got some opinions on it. Matt, did you get to watch WandaVision?
I have not. I'm actually not a fan of. They're releasing it weekly, right?
Yeah.
Or,
It was a TV
So
show.
they put out 2 episodes.
I'm not a fan of the whole waiting for each week to happen. So I wait on.
You're spoiled, bro. You're like, I don't want to wait. I'm too good for that.
Yeah. That's my problem with Attack on Titan right now. I don't know if you watch anime, but
I'm
Attack
getting
on
the same
Titan.
issue with that. I just finished watching the last episode.
That's the thing about Netflix.
Yeah.
It spoiled the shit out of
No
us.
spoilers, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't. I haven't watched it either. Don't tell me nothing.
But when it comes to WandaVision, though, because I could go in on it. I might have to start an anime podcast because I gotta talk some fucking anime at some points, but that's a conversation for another day. But WandaVision, I guess I went into it thinking that this show was gonna be corny from the get-go. I didn't like the whole sitcom thing they had going on. I'm not used to laugh tracks anymore. Well, then again, I haven't been into a sitcom since Fresh Prince and Family Matters and The King of Queens when my brother used to put that shit on the TV. Remember, Freddie, when we lived together, King of Queens?
Yo, I just rewatched the whole series, so don't get me started. I love that show.
And I used to be like, I don't know why you guys love this shit
It was great. It's better than
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but I don't know. It's something about laugh tracks that just like, okay, stop telling me. I know it's a joke. I don't
yeah. I feel you on that.
Joke. Yeah. But I know back in the days they had like the live audience and all that stuff for the other things. So understood. But nowadays, there ain't no live audience. They just putting a laugh track behind all the damn jokes. And imagine if South Park had to do that. Granted it's a cartoon, but we'd be like, what the fuck is South Park? But we know this shit is funny. We don't need you to tell us this is a fucking joke.
It's funny because it stands out so much now because the media got away from it. So like when you hear it, you're like, what is this? This is not the norm anymore. So it does stand out when you do hear it.
So, but WandaVision, I'll say like after watching the first episode, I was able to stay awake through the whole first episode because I figured yes,
Sure.
it would be
it would be them trolling it.
Yep. And at the end, it's like I'll just waiting to see the fucking. Oh, you're right. Simpsons did do it too. And that was the time they did that shit. But I was just waiting for the ending of the episode, basically, to see like what was
episode 1 or episode 2.
Episode 1. I was waiting for the end to see what was going on, see if they were going to tell us. Obviously, they're not going to give it all to us right away in the first episode. But then getting into episode 2, I'm just like, all right. More the comedy, the theatrics, and there's a lot of stuff like what's that Lucy show? Like they did a lot of Easter eggs, so a lot
Be Rich,
all that stuff.
Yeah, I hear the show is packed with Easter eggs.
Yeah, it was good. Those things were good, but by episode 2, I was falling asleep.
Really? I had the opposite.
I pulled out my Nintendo Switch. And I had to just listen to it, looked up a few times to see what was happening. But I needed to. I was actually playing Monster Hunter Rise while watching the damn show. I was like, let me pull out this Monster Hunter Rise demo while this is going on, which is something to say because I'm just like, man, I'm fucking like I could be missing out on something great. But then again, all I got to do is watch the final 5 minutes, and that's where the good stuff is really gonna happen. At the end of episode 2.
It's crazy you say that because
if things start happening. Sorry for Matt, but they get the color.
I mean, it's a setup episode. But I'm surprised because it was like this total opposite. I thought the first episode was the weakest one from the first 2. I was ready. I'm like, is this really what the show's gonna be about. But then episode two, it really turned around. I thought the comedy aspect of it actually hit. Like when he was like, it's not spoiler effects, spoilers. But when he got affected by the gum, I thought that was funny. I thought it was funny that like, I thank you for the follow, Ryan. Appreciate it. Um, I think it was pretty cool that like,
I'll let you borrow my login, Felice. You can watch it.
but Xbox has
Oh
free
yeah,
30 days.
Game
It was a
Pass.
perk on it.
Game Pass. You could get a Disney Plus thing. So
Yeah.
check that out. Look it up. Look it up.
And then after the 30 days, hit up Dre for his
Yeah.
account. But no, I liked the second episode a lot, and I saw the trailers, and I think it's dope. I think it's going somewhere. I think that it's treating, and it's pretty cool to see like each. It was the 50s, it's going into the 60s, and going to the 70s, and going to the 80s. I think it's pretty dope, and I'm interested to see where it goes. So I'm hooked on it. The only thing is the episodes are way too short. How you feel about that, Dre?
Well, I thought it was the right length after I was
Really?
falling asleep. Like after falling asleep, I'm just like, this is the right length. Then
And now, do you guys think there's gonna be any like direct like impact in the MCU movies with what we see on these shows now, like the
well, this obviously
individual?
has to be. Well, I'm assuming this is before Thanos kills him. Like
No, it's not.
it's not. This is
I mean, because this is coming from the House of M, is a comic book, and this is Wanda's like
Oh,
supposed to be like OP, fucking the most powerful mutant ever. So what happens is in the comic book, I think she loses her child or something like that, and she creates a different universe where she says, "I don't want any more mutants," and so she's so strong that she deletes all the mutants and she starts a new universe. So in this version, I think Vision dies, and what she does is like she's so much in pain that she denies that, and she creates a bubble, and that's why you kind of see the people act like what's sometimes they break out of character. They're like,
yeah.
"What's going on? What's going on? Like I'm
And
not
that's the
supposed to
part that
be
I
here."
always looked at the TV screen. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, so I think that she's so powerful that she created a bubble to save Vision in this mini universe that she created, and that's why every time like somebody breaks out of it, she's like, "No," like that's spoilers, but you don't know what I'm talking about. So, but like she's so powerful that she's like she could control this bubble, and I think if with that mindset, like you see where this is going to go, and it's gonna be pretty dope. I think somebody hinted because Marvel wants X-Men to enter the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I
think
think that's not gonna happen for a
but
bit
I
though.
think this is the introduction of it because she's pregnant with Vision. Is that spoilers? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well,
That is spoiler.
It's 2 episodes in. Watch the fucking show.
Yeah,
But she's pregnant, and I think that baby's gonna be a mutant, and that's how they're gonna introduce mutant into the Marvel franchise, and that's the way we get to see Wolverine, Cyclops, and all the people we love. So if it goes that way, and we get to see fucking Wolverine next to fucking Captain America,
you
that'd be
guys
dope.
want Zac Efron as Wolverine?
absolutely.
Who wants
Come
that?
on, come on. Zac Efron.
And like Legion, yes, Felice, Legion. Legion is one of the best
Yeah.
shows ever made. Like, even though you have to, I feel like Legion is for people with intellect. Like, if you have no
Legion is
intellect,
people who like
don't watch
who knows what the fuck they're watching because I think
Yeah.
if somebody just put Legion in front of somebody, they're like, "What is this? This is too
Yep.
fucking much."
First, you gotta know who Legion is. Like, you
Exactly.
gotta know who Legion. If you don't know who Legion is, then that show is just like, what the fuck am I watching right now? I was kind of disappointed it ended after this. Well, I think it was 3 seasons, only like 3 or 4 seasons tops. I think no more.
That's
So
spoilers. What you doing, police? Come on,
yeah, you
man.
throwing out spoilers out there.
Come
I didn't
on.
want to ruin that, but yeah.
Spoiler-filled,
Real quick, chat. What do you guys think about WandaVision? Let us know.
Yeah, if you guys have any opinion on WandaVision, let us know. You guys liked it, hate it, anybody else fell asleep during it. Let
I
us
think
know.
it's pretty cool though that this is something new. This is Marvel or Disney doing a TV show. We had Star Wars do it, so this is like the first of Marvel making a TV show, and I could get used to it because this feels kind of like movie quality,
Yeah,
but in
that's why I
shorter.
can't wait for Winter Soldier and Falcon.
That's gonna be so good.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
gonna
just
be
gonna
so
be
good.
dope. I heard there's some spoilers if you go to your local toy store and look for the action figures. It ruins who becomes Captain America next because they already got that action
Is
figure
it a
out.
Hawk?
But supposedly if you go to the store, you're
It's like
gonna
it
see
tells you for
somebody
sure.
in the costume and shit. And so, like I said, I'm not even gonna look. I saw the article, I didn't want to ruin it so much that I didn't even share it onto the Gamerish page. I said I'm not even gonna share this because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So I left
Yeah,
that.
I mean, we all, as comic book fans, as Marvel fans, we all know who filled those
We
shoes.
know Bucky is supposed to be
Yeah,
I
Captain
don't want Bucky
America.
to be the
You
next
know,
Captain
he's
America.
supposed to be Captain America. And then even Hawkeye takes up the mantle at a point
yes.
and all that stuff, you know. So there's a lot if they actually followed that story, which is why it was weird when he gave it to Falcon at the end of the movie. I'm like, no, wrong guy. You know,
Mistake.
How did you feel about? I know it was like denied, but how did you feel about the rumors about Captain America coming back? The guy who plays him, I don't know his name, but did you like the idea of that bringing him back, or do you want him dead in the universe?
I don't mind them bringing him back, but I think if he signed a contract, it could be for the What If series,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
It could be the What If episode when he was part of Hydra, you know, when he came out and Captain America was actually a Hydra agent, you
Oh,
know.
that'd be dope. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm happy with him being like just done. I think his story is done. I think he doesn't want to do it. I don't think we should keep pushing for him to do it. It's gonna be weird in like 10 years when they introduce a new Captain America.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories that character is very important.
yeah,
But
he
how would you feel another face doing it? Would it like take you some time to adjust to it, or would you just be okay with it right off the bat?
I'm okay with adjusting. I mean, I'm not the whole like this person needs to be this person or that's it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's gonna be a tough shoe to fill.
If you think about it, how many Batmans do we have? We have Ben Affleck. We have
That's
we have a
heartbreaking
lot.
what they're doing with Batman.
Twilight guy. I don't know his name. We have the other guys. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of Batman, so I guess you're right. It's just gonna take a little bit of time to get adjusted to it.
It's the only thing that when it comes to the DC universe, the DC universe is too afraid to explore other characters other than Catwoman, Joker, Riddler, and Penguin. It seems like they never get away from those characters. And Iceman, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they only did that once, you know. And it's just like a Two Face too. But it's like the main cast. Like you always know when you're watching a Batman movie, which is why I was kind of weirded out when I saw Bane as the main villain in the
In the
last
third
one. I'm
one,
like,
yeah.
y'all use for the final act for Batman, you guys are gonna use Bane, but then they did it so well, you
Yeah, I
know.
was just gonna say that was an
Yeah,
amazing.
I was like, they did it so well because I'm like, how are you gonna outdo Joker? How are you gonna outdo Dark Knight Rising? You know, like, and I'm just like, but Bane did a great job. You know, of course, we're probably gonna be obsessed with that Joker, with Heath Ledger's Joker and stuff. Like, you can't get away from that performance he put on. But when it comes to DC, like there's a lot of things that they need to do. And I'm glad now that we got that announcement that Martian Manhunter is going to be part of that Justice League Snyder cut because he's
How
back.
do you think
Yo,
they're gonna go about that? Like that?
yeah, is he making a new movie? Cause I thought it was supposed to be just
I
like
know
extra
it's
scenes, not like a whole
formerly.
different movie.
No, they reshot. He came back for reshoots, the guy. So at first he wasn't going to be Manhunter, but they said they're going to, with the reshoots, they did it in a way that you start seeing hints and hints of Martian Man. Okay, he's Martian Manhunter. You know, so they did a lot of reshoots. So he's going to be introduced in it. I guess now that we don't have Cyborg anymore, you know,
They
then
did him dirty, bro. They never
yeah,
gave him a chance.
So bad,
I
so
know.
bad.
They put a whole bunch of CG on him, and then everybody gave him shit, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna cut him. It's not his fault. Cyborg is a fun character that's like apparent in Justice League, and like they just fucked him up. Like Teen Titan, he's the man, booyah. You know, like everybody knows who fucking Cyborg is. Like I think he's probably more important than Green Martian, in my opinion. I think his like relationship with
More important
Robin.
than Green Marsh, I
Nah,
would have
I
said.
don't care. Say he's more important because they
I
just
would have said that.
threw him in there.
Are you
You know,
serious?
like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
wait,
he's more important.
name a Green Martian anything.
John did a lot of stuff. Like it's not like remember John was like this guy who always came to the rescue when these guys were in need. Like this guy could turn into whoever. How many episodes of Justice League we watched where the Justice League was like about to fucking go be obliterated and John
And
comes
this
out
guy
of
goes
nowhere.
swooping in.
I
Yeah,
Yeah.
think what Felice makes a
and,
good point is that the introduction of Green Martian introduces a bigger universe. So I do give you points for that. It does. It brings out like maybe other superheroes that's outside of Earth, maybe different. So I get Green Martian opens the door for more possibilities down the line. Maybe Green Lantern, different the different Lanterns, the red Lanterns, green, all the different ones.
And what's
So
up with that? Why haven't we gotten a
Yeah,
Green
because
Lantern?
of how that bad reception we gave to Ryan
because
Reynolds
of
being
CGI,
Ant-Man,
I'm telling you, stop
you
with the
know. But
fake
they say
CGI shit.
I heard there was rumors that he might reprise his role for the damn movie and shit. But we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure with the Snyder cut, everything could be put back into place, and hopefully, um, see now that you called him Twilight, dude, I can't remember his fucking
It's
name.
like Peter or something. I don't know.
Police, what's the new Batman's name?
Oh,
God, I can't remember his fucking
The
name.
Twilight
Twilight
guy.
Dude.
You know, Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
There you
There
go.
you go.
I
There you
just I just saw a whole thing about Tenet. Have you
You
guys seen
know,
that?
yeah, I didn't get to watch that movie yet,
go. I haven't either. No.
but I'm gonna watch it as soon as I.
Robert
Yeah,
dot
we
dot
got it.
dot.
Don't worry, we got it now. Thanks, though. But yeah. So we'll see where that year two thing goes. How it ties into the TV show, the new for
All right,
Gotham
I have a
show.
question. All right, so the Snyder cut is before Wonder Woman 82, right? Or 80, whatever it
No,
is.
this is a Justice League movie done all over again. Just
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, but so Wonder Woman is not gonna be affected. The Wonder Woman that came out is not gonna be affected by
no, that's
this.
before the Justice
Yeah,
League
it's so
movie.
confusing how like
Yeah, that's
everything.
before the Justice League movie.
Uh,
So you don't got to worry about that happening. Um, but yes, so now guys, we'll get back into the gaming. You know, um, so Matt, you got a game that you've been playing that you want to talk about, man?
I mean, ain't too much to talk. Honestly, the game that I've been playing too much of is Warzone. I've just been on it, on it, on it.
You should join Freddy one day while streaming that shit.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
streaming Wednesday if
definitely.
you want to join.
Definitely, absolutely. Just let me know.
Uh,
I did try Cyberpunk. I
we
bought
be tried Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
try Cyberpunk.
What console? What console are you
on
playing
my
it on?
on my PC.
Okay.
I got it on my PC, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I got to give it more time, but I don't enjoy the game at all.
Oh, at
Wow.
all?
That's
All
that's
right.
like the
Tell
first
us
time I heard
why.
somebody
I
say they
gotta
don't enjoy it.
you
Usually it's
give
like
us
it's too
your reason.
buggy. I'm gonna give it some time, but I never heard anybody just say like straight up, I don't like it.
I mean, I'm just not interested in what's going on with V. I don't really care. I mean, it's just my personal issues with the game. And honestly, with the control feel, because I do controller, because I am horrible with keyboard and
Yeah,
mouse.
I'm the same. I'm the
But
same.
for some reason, like I just can't. Like the sensitivity is all off for me. It's really clunky. I was really confused for a second with the whole time skip thing, where I'm like I'm pressing a button and I think I'm trying to what you call to like crouch down, but he's like speeding forward. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy playing the
You know,
first.
one thing that I keep forgetting about when it comes to this game, whatever happened to just pressing the select button or back button and getting straight to your map? I hate now that I gotta
The
pause
star and
and
push
then
start.
Yeah,
scroll to a map. That is so annoying,
You
yo.
know what it is? There's so many different problems in this game that like that doesn't even like it's not even like top of the list of what's
I know,
wrong with
but
this
for
game.
me, like every time I want to go to the map, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta pause it. It's the same thing with Phoenix on Phoenix Rising. You gotta pause now and scroll to the map instead of just a one button press to the map. You know, I'm so used to just pressing the
You know
button.
what? Before you even say that, Assassin's Creed did the same thing. Valhalla, it's the same thing. You push like it's not just like select. I'm so used to just pushing select to
Yes.
open a map.
Police, I don't even know. I tried holding buttons. I've never gotten straight to the map by holding a button. You know, I always have to just press start and press LB or whatever console I'm playing on and go straight to the and go over to the map. I never had it just pop up. If there's a way to do that, if I could just hold it, I'll try that out when I play.
Um, Speaking of Cyberpunk, how did you guys feel about the whole little video of him apologizing for the bullshit he did?
Did you watch it? I didn't watch it. I
Oh,
didn't
I
watch
watched
it.
it. You guys
yeah.
didn't watch it? It was he seemed honest, but like it's easy to seem honest when somebody's recording you. Pretty much the
Yeah.
whole thing was about how like they admit that one it was bullshit. He's like, we didn't know that the base Xbox and base PS4 would come out so shitty. He's like, that came as a surprise to him. He said they did a whole bunch of tests and never showed up that it was gonna be that bad. That they apologized for that. That they said they're gonna be vigilant on the free updates to make the game better. But one key thing that came out of it, they said the next gen updates gonna come closer to the next year, maybe 4 to 5 months away from now, before we get that free upgrade on PS5 and Xbox Series X, which I thought that was disappointing because that's like I'm looking forward to that next gen experience, with Cyberpunk, and the fact that I gotta wait till almost next year to like see that, it kind of sucks.
I know, like that's why I stopped playing on my Xbox because I'm just like, all right, let me just play on Stadia and do this one here. But I played on Xbox after they said that when the update comes out, it's gonna look like a whole nother game. I'm like, so why am I fucking finishing this on here? Then I might as well just stop playing and just go back to thing. But I'm one of those few people that feel like when the game came out, I was just happy to have the game. I'm one of those that's like, fuck it. They patch things anyway. I don't care as long as I'm having fun. We have a bunch of games that were patched. And like No Man's Sky, I'm still
Yeah,
playing.
that's a total different game right
Yeah,
now. From when it,
whole new game. Whole
yeah.
new fucking game. And I'm enjoying the hell out of the next gen version of No Man's Sky. That shit is so beautiful and everything. Like it's great. So I'm hoping this game could become great, but I just hope we don't have to wait too long and the update doesn't come at a time in which like Elden Ring releases and Cyberpunk is tomorrow the next day. And I'm just like, well, I'm not going back to Cyberpunk. I'm gonna play
It's
Yeah.
such a shame too because man, how long have we been waiting for this game? And like maybe I think we did it to ourselves as a community of gamers is that we built this game up to some kind of like magic or unicorn status that like it was never gonna live up to that.
You know what game I felt was like that? That we waited so long for. Well, I did anyway. What was it? Final Fantasy. It came out
7
15.
remake.
15. Yeah, 15
Oh,
took
I
forever.
enjoy 7 remake.
I'm just
Yes,
joking.
I know this guy. This guy. Don't even start with this guy on Final Fantasy 7. I don't even want to get pissed off this week. I don't want to get pissed off this week.
But
Hey, what were you gonna
no,
say? What game did you say?
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
It came out and like I remember waiting for that game for years, and it was not good. It looked really good.
You didn't like it? I love Final Fantasy 15,
It
yo.
was.
Can you explain? I forgot what game is that. How does it look?
Go
That's
here,
all the
no,
Noctis
no, go
17
there.
guys. It's just
I don't even know what fits in. So
Oh man, the ending of the game two had me like in tears. I'm just like, oh man, my people, they about to die for me. I'm like, just like, yo, they about to die for me right now. Like they like, go ahead and do what you gotta do. We got
oh,
this.
15 for dudes in the car. Okay, that one. I actually enjoyed that game a lot. Sorry, I didn't know it was that one.
Yeah,
I actually beat that. I haven't beat the
yeah.
remake, but that
I
game
didn't
was
play
pretty
any of
awesome.
the DLCs though. I never played any of the side stories with the guys. I regret that.
Oh, I did everything, man. I went in on that game. I actually, I
Did
think
you do the was it the online stuff that came out?
no, I did.
Did
I
you-
never
I
touched
didn't do
that.
the online
No.
stuff, but I never played any of the side character stories. None of that DLC that
Oh,
came
I
out.
did. Yeah, I did all that. That game was dope. The graphics was ahead of its time. I think that actually hurt itself because it was laggy sometimes. The frames would skip. It was kind of glitchy. But the summons were the fucking best
Yeah,
things. When you
summons
get
were
the
great.
summons, man, oh god,
But
that
do you
game
think
is
the summons in that game were better than the summons in Final Fantasy VII?
yes.
You're
God, oh God, oh. They were great, but they weren't that great. Okay?
Yo, those
They
summons
never
made you
remade
feel
that.
like a fucking badass, bro. Like it was dope. And
Gosh.
like maybe that was the first game before because I haven't really played Final Fantasy that hard until no homo until 15. So when I experienced that game, like the driving, the open world, it was like something that I never experienced in Final Fantasy
But
7.
that was my gripe with it, though. That was my issue because it was supposed to be open world, but it was incredibly linear because there wasn't much you were doing in that open world.
I
You
think
know,
that was fine. I think that was fine. I don't think every open world game needs to be Grand
Yeah,
Theft Auto.
I think that's what I liked.
I like that it
the
was open enough
simplicity of
for
it.
me to explore, but
Thing. I loved Ifrit summoning him too.
yeah, I think it was like open enough where I could like get off the fucking road and explore, but close enough where like okay, let me stay on track because that's honestly what lost me in these open world games, Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto. It's almost too open where like you in front
Yeah.
of it's like you lose like what the fuck am I doing? By the time
My
we get back to the
biggest
main story,
My biggest gripe with Assassin's Creed, the one thing I hate that I did is I bought the thing to open up the map, and it was one of the worst decisions I ever made in my life. Because now that I see everything, it's like now I don't even feel like I should go and do my mission. Now this thing is right next to me. Maybe I have to go over here. Let me go grab this real quick, and it's stopping me. And the game takes forever to beat. The game is taking forever. I love there's new Assassin's Creed and everything, but it's just the problem. The reason I never finished Assassin's Creed 2 was because of how they fucking oversaturated that world with side quests. You know, that's the only Assassin's Creed I never beat. Well, no, I didn't beat Unity either, or Syndicate. Those are the three Assassin's Creed I never beat.
So you weren't a fan of Witcher 3 then?
No, Witcher 3 did everything perfect. I did every side quest.
You would start
Yo,
one side mission, and when you were done, you had 5 more.
yeah, those games that Witcher 3 did that. They were like it was like those. That's the thing about Witcher 3. Those side missions weren't side missions. They were like actual missions. You know,
like I felt that in The Witcher, I was this guy, you know, and this is my job. It's my job to fucking save you. You know, in Assassin's Creed, I feel like these are just random people rolling up to you, you know. So just like, I don't feel like helping you today, kid. Kick rocks. You know, like, but in Witcher, it's just like, hey, there's this monster going on, and Witcher, there was more parts to every story, every side quest. It's just like you do this, and then there's a choice to make. You know, like, do I kill this baby or do I let this baby live? You know, like big choices like that. But in Assassin's Creed, it's not about choices. In The Witcher, it's about choices and things like that. And I like it when I get put in tough positions. You know, I definitely love it when I'm put in tough positions.
Yeah, I think what Naomi is trying to say. I agree with that. I think the thing that made me appreciate Witcher is that like there was like Assassin's Creed, you could just like roll up and kill a whole bunch of motherfuckers and no problem. But the Witcher 3, you need to do potions. You need to like fucking investigate the area before you go in there. Because if you go in there,
rolling up,
you just get your ass kicked. So that was like
that is true.
That was a game that made me like, okay, I can't just hack and slash. I gotta actually make a fucking potion for this specific fucking thing. And like that was something new for me at that time. Was like, okay, the tree and it was a mature story. It wasn't some bullshit about like assassins and Templars or some bullshit like that. It was like this shit was like, I mean, it was monsters involved, but like you felt like you made a difference in that game. Where Assassin's Creed, you just like the story is so fucking made up that like you're just playing a fucking game. You know, I feel like as crazy as Witcher 3 with the monsters, it felt more grounded and realism than Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
If anybody watching right now disagrees with anything we're saying,
if you disagree, go somewhere else.
Throw something in the comments. Like, we're not going to attack you unless you say Lord of the Rings is whack.
Or if you say you like Final Fantasy 7, because we don't like that shit.
This guy's bugging, yo. He disrespects Final Fantasy 7 way too much. Even though I still think Final Fantasy 8 is the best. But
do you remember that Final Fantasy movie that came out not too long ago?
Which one?
I guess you're right about that.
I knew
Rings is racked. Oh my god!
He's gonna say that. You know.
Oh my god! We just leave that up there all night. I actually like Lord of the Rings. What was your favorite Lord of the Rings game, Joy? Since
of course, people talking one from EA where you had to play Two Towers of Return of the King. And you got to play 3 players co-op with Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas. Everybody knows that game. I think everybody played that game.
Yo, why hasn't Lord of the Rings do more with the franchise, bro?
What do you mean? They doing the Amazon show right now?
No. Coming up, I feel like they're doing it now, but in the past, I feel like they're not really taking advantage. Like Star Wars, Star Trek, all these different universes, they're making money off of this shit constantly.
And movies to go on. You know, Lord of the Rings only has The Hobbit, which was only 1 book, which was stretched out into 3. Yeah. And freaking Lord of the Rings had the 3 things, but EA did that game so great. It's like, who could recreate that magic unless you're giving us a remaster? And plus the licenses are done now. So they can't even give us that remake unless they buy the license again. And yes, Battle for Middle Earth. Yes, love
Is
that.
that the what the Shadow of Mordor? Is that's
Shadow
the
of
game, right?
Mordor, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
a
made two of
kind
those.
of a made up story. It's still cool. I love Shadows of
I
Mordor.
I really enjoyed the first one. The first one I really enjoyed. Shout out.
That was oh god, what was the name of that fucking first one? Damn.
Was it wasn't it Shadow of Mordor?
No, he's talking about one and two. He
Oh
left the
yeah, it
first
was
one
Shadows of
first. Yeah,
Mordor. Yeah, the second one was Shadows of War. Shadows
Yeah.
of War, yeah. So
I think the second one got a little too complicated with the whole war aspect. I think they should have just
they tried to
kept
do
it chill.
more with it. They just tried to do more with it, and it was still good though, man. I'm just mad. I hope that RPG gets redone. The one with Gandalf. There was supposed to be this RPG with Gandalf that never got finished. The White Council. The White Council. That game was in development, never got finished being made. There was even an RTS Lord of the Rings game that just
That
fell off
makes
the
sense.
map. I bought that game, played a few rounds. I didn't like it that much, but there's an RTS. But there's a lot of stuff. And remember, the Lord of the Rings MMO is still out
I
there.
was gonna say that because I was thinking about the whole Harry Potter game that's coming out, that Hogwarts shit. I'm like, the Lord of the Rings should have something like that, where like you have classes, orcs, wizards, or fucking rangers, and you pick a class and you go through a story with that. Like I feel like they should definitely be pushing that. The
Uh,
fact that we still having Star Wars shit after like
I hope
so
another
long.
being made by Amazon. I think Amazon's making another Lord of the Rings RPG as well as their TV show. If I'm not being wrong about that, I believe I read that up. But let's see. Hopefully, my Lord of the Rings will live on through me, if not through anybody
We
else.
should do
You
a
know,
watch of that though,
Huh?
like a marathon watch
Oh,
party.
I'm waiting for my fucking 4K things to be delivered to me, my 4K versions of the extended editions, because I don't watch regular edition no more. Only extended. I know all the words to all the movies. Like you
Jeez.
put on the music, you put on a scene, just put on the music, and I'll quote that whole scene with the music playing in the background. Like, and I was just doing it in the car today, quoting Sam at the end of the Two Towers when he's giving that sappy speech to Frodo. And my wife is like, "Would you shut the fuck up?" Like, I'm just like, like stop disrespecting. Like, aren't you happy that you're like such a king of a man that
So
he
I have a question. So at the end of the third one, was Frodo under the influence of the ring, or did he fully turned, or
yeah,
was
he's
he
under the influence. It's just like Gollum. What happened to Gollum was happening to him.
okay?
He was under the influence. He let the ring take him over. If it wasn't for Sam, Sam is the real hero of Lord of the Rings. And then you can't mute me because I'm gonna be quoting the whole fucking movie, like just like I do when my wife watches it with me. Even though we've only watched Fellowship of the Ring together, we have to find time to watch Two Towers next because these kids, ever since these kids were born, we can't find no damn time to watch fucking movies
All
like.
right, guys, for joining us. Thank you for watching us. We're talking about Lord of the Rings, and Dre BK Brother has an obsession with it. We're trying to talk to him
I'm
about
about
it.
to end the conversation right there. Oh boy, we're about to do a Freddie. What game have you been playing? Like,
All right, I got my usual body of games. It's 2K, which started a new season. Um, I'm trying to not spend money on it. It's working so far because I just kind of the thing about 2K is that whatever you fucking buy, whatever you get now, 2 weeks from now, whatever you get is useless. So I'm just like waiting for like end game shit where like because like I buy something now in 2 weeks. Oh, your
so
card
we gotta
sucks.
wait
This is a
till
better
fucking
card. You should get that
October,
card.
September, October before they stop throwing up the.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm gonna chill. I'm not gonna like go in like I did because I'm just like wasting money pretty much. I've been playing Smite, which is still on that Battle Pass, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Pass, so I can play as
They got that
Micah, all those fucking characters in Smite. I'm trying to get through it. It's like I got like 8 more days to get fucking done with that shit.
Man, I remember I used to be on Smite hard body.
Yo,
I
I
don't
got
think
yo
that.
today. Shout out to everybody watching. A lot of people showed up for me
Yeah, I
playing
saw.
Smite,
I saw.
so I might play some Smite. I didn't know like we got an audience like that, but like, if, it's a unique game. It's free to play. Check me out. I stream it a lot on Mondays, so if, the rest of the week I kind of switch it up. But it's a dope game. It's free. Try it out. And I've been playing Rogue Company, which I think Dre, you said that
Yeah, I
you're
couldn't
iffy
get
on
it.
it.
Small maps. The maps are too small for me for sure.
So the only thing I gotta say about that is 4v4. So I think the small maps work in that aspect, just because you don't want a giant map for
I
four
don't know. I
people.
just feel like as soon as I spawn, I'm getting shot at. It's just like, can I please like think about what I'm gonna do next? Like I have no time to really think. You gotta. I know you some games, yes, you gotta think fast, but that game is just like I don't know, like when you go from fucking Call of Duty where it's just run and gun, and to this game where
Where
you
you
have
have to
to like strategize
check
about
corners constantly. Yeah,
yeah, you're always checking around. I'm more nervous about who's around the corner rather than let me see who I'm gonna sneak up on or some shit like that. I don't know. Road Company just
I think it's a dope game. It's free again, another free to play game. They don't push too much like the buy to win shit, so I think that's pretty dope. I'm actually gonna stream that tomorrow. So if you guys interested in it, catch me 11 a.m. tomorrow on our Twitch channel. Subscribe and like, yay! And then I've been playing this game that's been in my fucking Steam recommendation for fucking weeks. I finally bought it. It's called Due Process. It's like an
never heard of
80s
it. I don't hear nothing about it. That's
oh,
weird.
I don't know. It's like popping up in my stream a lot. It's Due Process. It's an FPS on Steam. And the graphics are pretty retro. They're like in the 80s and stuff. It's hard to describe it. It's kind of something like Counter Strike a little bit, where like you have in Robo
Oh,
and
shooter.
Rainbow Six, where like you have to objective, you have to breach into to get something. So like the Rainbow Six aspect of it, but the Counter Strike aspect of like headshots just do a lot of damage, and you need that like mouse skill. No controller support, which I'm fucking bummed out about because I suck with mouse and keyboard. I'm
Which
playing
means I
that.
won't be buying.
I would say hold up on it because I that's been something that I wish I there was support for it, but there isn't support for it. And I've been playing this other game, which I'm planning on streaming soon. I'm trying to figure out a day to stream it. It's called Teardown. I don't know if you heard of it. It's kind of like yeah, it's a whole bunch of indie games on Steam. Um, it's pretty much like you know how destructible Red Faction was, where you could put like a bomb and the whole building comes down. It's something like that, but it's like Minecraft graphics. So your whole premise is like you have to steal something and you have to make a route to it, and under a certain amount of time to reach that objective
Nice
and get
concept.
yeah. So you have to like destroy the whole fucking layout to get to the objective to bounce. So you have to just TNT axes and you're breaking things down. It's a fun game. It looks really good. I gotta figure out time to stream. So I've been playing like a lot of indie games right now and Smite pretty much.
Have you guys got it into Phas at all? Phasmophobia?
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
that's
Well,
that's like
well,
that's Freddie's fucking game of the year.
yeah, bro.
That's game of the
How do
I'm
you
year.
feel
not paying
about all the
attention.
updates they're doing to it? There's a lot of updates to that game.
I think I forgot. I don't know if it changed, but I think one guy was developing this game, and he was so surprised about how much people were like liking his game that like he's like, holy shit. So he put more work in it. I love this game. I think it's definitely my indie game of the year. It's probably my top 5 games of the year.
Yeah,
Um,
it is really good. It is. Have you gotten to try it on VR at all or no?
nah, I don't have
They
VR.
got it for VR?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
you didn't know
Oh
that?
shit. I gotta try that then. I got my Oculus headset and the cable so I could connect it to my computer and play my Steam games in
So
VR.
Maybe we could do a stream where you're doing a VR and I'm on a computer.
I bet you that would be hilarious. You know, I was looking into the whole Oculus thing, but I feel so defeated in knowing that after you buy this like $300 system, just to get it to connect to your PC, you have to buy like a whole nother $80 wire.
Wire, yeah. If you want to do like if you want to play the update. See, the thing is that on your PC has to be able to run these games too. That's the thing. Because
Yeah.
if your PC can't run the game like me, I bought Half-Life Alex and my PC couldn't handle it by something. I gotta upgrade my driver or something. So now I paid for Half-Life Alex and I can't even use it on my Oculus Quest 2 because it says my PC isn't good enough to handle the game in VR, unfortunately. So sucks to be me. But I'm trying to get my refund right now. Hopefully they give me my money back. 'Cause I really want to play Half-Life Alex. The Oculus Quest 2 is great. I just started playing bowling in it and started doing tournaments today, and I was whooping ass. Like, I was fucking winning. People were quitting the tournament and shit. And I'm like, yes, this is what I want. Yeah, so it's good. And it feels mad real, like almost so real that I've almost felt bad when a ball flew at my kid's face and I didn't realize there's a fake ball. I was like, yo, move. Y'all in the damn way. But it's good. I love my Oculus. VR is good in Oculus. I don't like wires. And like Oculus Quest, I have part 1 and 2. I'm looking to sell my first Oculus. I'm trying to sell that right now. I don't know who wants to buy it, but I got it there. But since I got the part 2, you know.
What is it? What is the difference between the Quest and Quest 2?
Quest 2 has it's the graphical power, so it's better. So like
Okay,
some games that don't look as good in Quest 1 look way better in Quest 2, and you
gotcha.
can do more. And like in Quest 2, you could do like the sitting down and playing in VR, whereas in Quest 1 you always had to be standing up and stuff. So Quest 2 has a lot of improvement, and it's actually cheaper than Quest 1 by $100. Like the first quest is still $400 and
Yeah.
quest 300. So it's kind of weird that they still didn't drop the price of
So
the
like, the Rift and the Rift S is pretty
yeah,
fucking
Rift,
expensive
because
too.
that shit you need to install like things on each side of your wall in the bedroom and still be wired to your computer to play your Rift. That's how crazy Rift is. But if you have a powerful PC, then your Rift is gonna be worth it, most definitely worth it and shit. So, but that's it. But my game I've been playing, I just finished playing Twin Mirror, which was Don't Nod's latest game, and I reached the ending of that game. I was streaming it on YouTube, but I never streamed the end. And I apologize, guys, because I went like 2 months after it came out, and then I finished it this weekend because I'm just like, all right, I already fell off. Who's gonna watch now? So I didn't finish streaming it on there, but the ending was I guess I got the good ending to that game, but it was kind of lackluster, and it made me feel like when I was playing Tell Me Why or well, that's the last one with the twins. I think it was Tell Me Why, if I'm not getting it wrong. And like I'm starting to feel like did Don't Nod lose their touch? Like I feel like Don't Nod might have lost their touch on storytelling because I don't cry during none of their games anymore. I don't fucking feel emotional during their games no more. Like just give me yeah, thank you, Felice. It was Tell Me Why. But it's just like I feel things while playing the game, but I don't feel emotionally like this game didn't make me feel emotionally attached to the protagonist of this damn game. And I'm just like, all right, whatever, let's get through this. And at the end, like they said there's 5 endings to this game. I got an ending where everything turned out well, so I guess I did my due diligence.
Did a good job.
Yeah, I did a good job, but at the same time, I didn't feel nothing at the end. It's just like his girlfriend gets shot, and I'm just like, oh, nah, I don't think you're gonna die. That shit looked like it went through your shoulder. I'm not gonna feel anything right now. And then lo and behold, she survived. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, maybe if she died, maybe I would have felt something. But I don't. I feel like nowadays, when it comes from Life is Strange, where these stories were more developed and everything, but I also feel Life is Strange gets to us because I told this in another pod. Life is Strange is about high school kids, and we're not well, even though we graduated high school in 2007, me and Freddie, but it's
Damn,
just
you just
like
dated us, bro.
I know it's just like we graduated in 2000, but still, high school is very relatable to us. It's like, and then these other games that Don't Not are making is not really relatable. I don't know what it's like to be a journalist that fucking became an alcoholic and left town and coming back. That's like something you see in movies. Like it's a typical movie plot, but being a high school kid and having to deal with pregnant friends or getting bullied and friends that committing suicide, that's something we lived through. That's stuff we actually lived through. So it's like there's more of emotional attachment. We're in the high school setting with Chloe and all that stuff in Life is Strange. So these last two Don't Nod games were just like, I don't know. And and there's games like Walking Dead, where you could say, oh, so that has nothing to do with something that's happened in real life. But Walking Dead got me, the Telltale games Walking Dead, because we're taking
That first season? Oh
yes,
my
like
gosh. Oh,
Clementine. taking care of Clementine and shit. Like I'm a father. Like I have to do. And Matt, you're a father too, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So it's like taking care of a kid. Like we gotta do whatever it takes to take care of this kid.
Yeah,
And like even Kenny, like for that Kenny was like, even though in the later seasons they make it seem like he's like a bad guy now,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I still felt for Kenny. Whatever Kenny wanted to do, like yo, you was my ride or die.
Yeah, that was the
I like,
guy.
if you want to kill these motherfuckers, let's go
Let's
kill these
do it.
motherfuckers right
Let's
now,
do it.
yo. Like Kenny, you said what? You don't trust him? All right, I don't trust him. Let's kill this motherfucker tonight. Like I don't care. So
I
like,
mean, there was a couple times where Kenny would say some shit, and I'd be like,
yeah, it's just like, damn, son, really? It's like that,
"But let's do it."
Yeah, but it was just like I had an emotional connection for
Yeah,
every episode of the Walking Dead Telltale games. Like I had the same thing when it came to Life is Strange. It's just like I just want more games like that. Like I just want more games to give me some type of emotional ending. Like something that's gonna make us feel something. That
Problem with Telltale, they fucked it up. They had a good thing and they put that on everything. How
yeah,
many how many like franchise they put Batman,
well,
Borderlands?
well, the Batman games was good.
No, I'm just saying like they did it too much where it
Yeah.
stopped becoming special.
I wish
Yeah,
we got a sequel to that Borderlands game because that was funny. That game was all right. And Wolf Among Us, we know we're
Wolf
getting
Among
Wolf
Us.
Among Us 2. So and my son is looking forward to that. 'Cause me and my son played through Wolf Among Us together. So and he played through the Telltale Walking Dead games himself too. I always tried to stream that, but he would always play when I'm at work, so I couldn't stream it.
yeah, I like those Telltale games. The first two seasons of the Walking Dead one was like the first time I experienced something like that. So that shit was special, just like the whole story. So I get that like that was a dope game, but like I said, like it's just like they did it too much where it stopped becoming special. Almost came like a like I don't know. And then they go like out of business or something. Telltale like
Yeah,
does it
but now they came back with a smaller studio. Somebody bought them up, and they're trying to. That's where
start
the
over
Wolf
again?
Among Us 2 is coming from, and I don't know. Hopefully, we see Clementine. Clementine was teased to be in the Walking Dead TV shows, one of them, but she never showed up. So hopefully, they do bring her back in there now that the games are over.
That would be cool.
I wanted to see so remember I was telling you that Scott Pilgrim was free on Stadia, but I realized that it's part of the Ubisoft Plus. So that's why I was able to play it right away and you had to pay for it.
Okay, I was like,
But when Scott Pilgrim versus the World game first came out, I didn't buy it. And then it got taken off and then there was this hype about how great the game. Matt, did you ever get to play that game?
I did not get
You ever
into.
played it? Where you played it?
Pilgrim game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I didn't like finish it, but like I get the thing. I
You liked
mean,
it?
I liked it. I think because
I
I like
didn't like
Scott.
it. I played it for the first time
Did you read
yesterday.
the comics?
Like I'm just like, what's the hype about it? Maybe because I need to play with somebody. Maybe if I would have played co-op or something, it would have been better. But I'm just like, I don't get the hype. Why was this game hype?
I think it's one of those games where like people had such a. I mean, I
I
saw the
know there's
movie
that
Scott Pilgrim.
nostalgia factor to it. You're side scrolling on the screen.
Yeah,
Like when I used to play Spider-Man and Venom on Super Nintendo, it's like that. But I even felt that game was more dated than the Scott Pilgrim game. Like I don't know, like they
yeah.
had.
It was. I think it's like a just like something like the hardcore fans really enjoy. And I think it's one of those like underground games where the people are like,
Is
this
there
is a dope
anybody
game.
watching right now that's played the Scott Pilgrim game and liked it? Because I didn't like it. Someone tell me why you like the Scott Pilgrim game because I don't get around the hype. You know,
Yeah. Hey, so that was a per. I mean, you didn't like that, but do you usually like side scroller games? Did you ever play that? What's your favorite? Because my always go to is that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
yes.
arcade game.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. The Simpsons, of course. Simpsons
Mine
are.
was, I think it was like Superman Returns when you like played as all those different
Oh, I
super.
never played that one.
Neither.
It was on a Super Nintendo.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah, it
I
was super good. That and Maximum Carnage. It was the
Okay, I
Spider-Man.
played Maximum Carnage. Yeah, that was a good game. I never played any Superman game. I didn't even know a Superman game existed on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it was super cool, man. It was like a doomsday storyline. He came, killed them, and then all these wannabes came out, and you played as every one of them. And it was a side scrolling beat 'em up, and it was a lot of fun.
I don't remember as Felice just said the old school Batman. Yeah, Batman and Robin. I had that. Me and my brother played through that game. God knows how many times and beat that game.
If I remember correctly, those games were difficult. The
Yes,
Batman,
hard as fuck.
yeah,
because they want those quarters.
Hard. Nah,
yeah.
this is on Super Nintendo,
Oh, Super
yo. This
Nintendo.
is
I'm about
Super
just being in
Nintendo,
arcades.
and yeah, that game was hard as fuck, yo. When we
Wasn't
finally
there?
beat that
You
game,
know,
I was like, yo.
wasn't there one called Moonwalker? And it was like a Michael Jackson
Oh,
one.
the Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that game. My dad just I never asked for that game. My dad just bought it because it had Michael
Yes, yes.
Jackson on the
Yes.
cover. Like I only played it like 2 times and never put it back in. You know. So they always saying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was hard as fuck. But
Yeah.
I actually like that game. Like I didn't find it
I
too
didn't think it was
hard.
too hard. I didn't think it
Yeah,
was over.
I didn't find that game too hard, you
Like
know.
Turtles in Time and
And the X-Men side scroller
Oh
game
yeah,
was
X-Men
great
for
too.
sure. Can't forget about
X-Men,
that.
yo.
the X-Men one was really hard. I don't
Yes,
know. You,
that game, I never beat that. I never beat that game. Like it was crazy. It's just as hard as fucking Lion King. Lion King was tough.
oh my
Shit.
god.
Lion King and Aladdin. Remember those two fucking games? Oh my god.
Mm.
Those games was hard as fuck. I never beat Aladdin, but I beat Lion King. I never beat Aladdin though.
Well, I don't know if it counts with that Prince of Persia game back in the day.
Oh, the original Prince of Persia. I never
Yeah.
played it. I never played
Oh
the
really?
I never played that one.
original.
Mega Man was pretty hard. I don't know if that counts, but that was really hard.
So I wanted to go over this too. Matt, do you have an Xbox? Do you play on Xbox or just PlayStation?
I do. I'm on PS and PC right now. No,
PC? Because they got the Medium is coming out next week, the 24th. Or is that Friday this week? I think that might
The
be Friday
28th, I
this week.
thought it was.
what is this on Steam? Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
on a Game Pass. So
Okay.
if you got Game Pass on your PC, you'll be able to play it. So I was wondering if you guys wanted to give any thoughts. If you guys think this is going to be a hit or miss, you know, when it comes to this game. Because right now I'm hoping it's a hit. Like from what I've played, I'm feeling my game is going to be a miss. You know, but I
Wait, you started playing it already?
no. From what I've seen in
Oh, seen it.
gameplay
Okay.
trailers, I'm thinking it might be a miss, but I'm hoping it surprises the hell out of me. Felice says he's going to be streaming that. So, all right, guys. So look out for that Gamers Network stream. It's going to be.
Who's releasing that? Oh, Blooper Team.
Mhm. And
But
then,
it's like the first like Xbox exclusive. This
yeah,
it's on Steam
it's
too
Xbox
though. But
exclusive for the
the
year.
first I think that like it's funny. I think it's one of those games where like I don't know what people are expecting this game to be, but I'm expecting it to be kind of similar to like a Silent Hill kind of game. I
I
got
don't
like a lot
know.
of Silent
That's
Hill
the thing.
vibes.
Like, I can't, from what I've seen, I can't decide on what this game is
I think it's
going
gonna
to
be
be.
like old
Like, what
school
type
Resident
of
Evil
game
or
it's
old
going to be.
school like Silent Hill. Like it's not gonna be very actiony. I think it's be more just being about being in the atmosphere, more about just being like
A
in the
medium.
split
Like you trying
dimensions.
to figure out like how people died or
And I think it's
something
gonna be more
like
about the
that.
story.
You
If you're
know,
Looks
looking
like
for
like a
action, I think you're gonna be disappointed.
female Constantine. That's
mhm.
what kind of vibes I'm getting
I
from.
like Constantine, so
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
Constantine is great, but I haven't seen her use any type of powers other than like talking to the other world. You know,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
stuff that I'm into, and as long as there's no puzzles, I'm gonna be fine. I'll finish the game if there's
No,
no.
there's puzzles, bro.
If
No,
I
there's puzzles. It's right in the description. There's
ah,
puzzles.
damn it, yo, fuck, like man, but
I think that I don't know. I just think it's gonna be one of those games where like you need to like either you need to just like understand what it is because if it's, I don't think it's gonna be no action because any trailer. Have you seen any trailers with action
yeah,
at all?
I've watched gameplay, I've watched the trailers,
It's all just
and
like puzzles and shit and just like story.
so we'll see though. I guess we'll all get to see. At least we all have Game Pass, and we could check it out and
I
talk.
was all right. So we talked about the medium, the Hitman 3.
Hitman 3 comes out on Wednesday, day of the inauguration. I will be playing Hitman and not watching Biden getting sworn in. So I have high
No, I
hopes.
feel like there's like no hype for it. It's just I
Yeah,
haven't.
like Well, it's gonna be in 3D too. Like if you got VR, you could play Hitman 3 in VR. Like imagine being able
Really?
to assassinate in VR. I'm afraid. Like, don't give me that type of power. Like this motherfucker just don't look like he's doing shit right. I might just go into a level, go to a bar, the motherfucker don't want to give me a free drink, and it's like
Just kill him.
right in the fucking bar because you ain't give me a free
I
drink.
have never from the first and two the remakes because I know it's more than one and two Hitmans. Have you actually finished a Hitman recently?
I didn't finish any of the other last
Me
two.
either.
I haven't finished any of the last. No. I finished Hitman the Hitman one, but I never finished part two of this trilogy that's out
It's
now.
I think we got it on Stadia, right? So I might
Oh
just
yeah,
like
we
play
got it
on
on
it just to
Stadia.
like get like
So I was thinking of playing that. So Hitman should be interesting though. I'm wondering. Me and Mo were just talking about it, which is my cousin people, and we was talking about like what type of multiplayer aspects that they might put in the game. Like, will they do it before? Will they do the sniper challenge? I know on Stadia you could do it for that. If people watch us on Stadia, we could get a kill, and then we could challenge somebody watching us to get this kill and do it in less amount of time that we did it. Like there's challenges you could do on Stadia for people watching you on YouTube. So that should be real interesting.
That's pretty cool.
isn't
Yeah.
it crazy how like that's like the next level of gaming is like we could stream on Twitch and like the people watching us can like interact with us because Twitch is getting better with those extensions. So it's kind of crazy just not to like go away from him, but just how gaming is evolving and just like the different levels of interactions. I think it's pretty dope. I would love. Who's gonna buy? Are you buying Hitman 3? I know you buy
I'm
everything.
buying it. I'm
Uh,
buying it.
you
You know,
gotta
Yeah, I'll
stream it because
probably
I'm a little hesitant on buying Hitman 3.
I'm buying it. I'll probably stream that if I'm the only one that has it between the three of us. Between me, you, and Felice, I'll probably fucking buy it and stream that shit as soon as I get some time to stream. Because yes, I did tell people I was quitting my job last week. I did quit my job, but I'm going back. We renegotiated a contract, so I'm going back to my
congrats to that.
so thanks. But
Oh,
so
one quick. So yeah, help me out. I'm thinking about buying the first, which Felice Cat is loving right now.
yes, of course.
And
And
I'm
well, if you get it, then that's three of us and Mo. Like the four of us could fucking.
so all right. So I'm probably gonna buy it then, because I know on PlayStation I have it on sale for $10. So I'm like that's too much of a good deal to pass up on it. My only hesitation of not buying it is that the Forest 2 already got announced. I think there's a trailer for it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, do I want to buy an old game knowing the new game's come around the corner?
Well, we don't know exactly when it's coming out yet. I didn't see a release date.
And there's still a pretty good community for the Forest, no? So I think,
Yeah, and
is it crossplay?
I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
I didn't see anything about crossplay in it.
But I was thinking about the Forest or Rust, and I don't know if like a lot of people are streaming the Rust right now, and I'm like, it seems
I've
kind
been
of
thinking about
similar.
buying that too. I don't have
Yeah, it's similar kind of play style as the Forest. So I'm like, should I just get Rust or should I get Forest?
I never played Rust.
It's a hard game right now. Everybody's fucking streaming it. That's why I'm thinking about picking it up. How do you feel about it? It's not cross. It's not crossplay.
It's not crossplay, no.
No. Oh, we reached 100 messages. Thank you, Felice.
Who said they got a bear for this? Who's that? Who's that Facebook person who said
All
they
right, let me check.
you know? So all right. So the last thing I wanted to talk about before
Anthony, he said he got a beer.
nice.
Beer what beer are you drinking, Anthony?
Yeah, let us know what beer you're drinking because I'm already like my head
He
feels.
got his 20% beer over
My
here.
fucking 20% beer has my head spinning.
That
Like
should just be the
I'm here
title of the beer. It's like
focusing on you
20%
guys,
beer,
my
buy me.
fucking head is spinning right now. Like I'm fucking spinning. Son. That's some real shit right now. But the last thing I want to go to, I just posted the Gamerish Next tournament about the next most anticipated games for 2021. Thanks for those who contributed and added games to that list and stuff. Uh, Real crispy. Oh, we all going IPA. Like, look like people loving IPAs tonight. That's what's up. But I want to run down the list and I want to see between the three of us who we think is going to win this 2021 list. 10%. Well, you're 10% less than me, man. I'm at 20%
10% is pretty good
alcohol.
though. I
Shit.
mean, it's funny because I like IPAs. It's one of those things where like people don't like IPAs or they love IPAs, and I'm happy to see that people are drinking IPAs because they're
Yeah.
underrated,
The
for
really thing
sure.
that got me into IPAs is that when I don't get to eat at work, I could go to the bar, drink an IPA, and it'll make me full. And then I could come back to work and just be like, all right, I had my lunch. And it's like, yeah,
So you
like
drink one
IPA.
IPA, you're good
Yeah,
for
I'm
lunch.
good for the rest of the day after I drink an IPA at the bar
That
during
should
my
be like
lunch
the
break.
commercial, like one IPA, you don't need to eat lunch.
I know, yeah. That's how IPAs are. IPAs are so fucking heavy.
Uh, yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
that's good. That's good. I wish I had a
that's
bunch of
good.
breweries
I
by
know.
me,
I'm in fucking
man. Like
Georgia. It's
my
lucky
ass,
around me.
like I said early in the show, I have a beer subscription. I have two beer subscriptions and one liquor subscription, and I just get beers 24 beers a month delivered to me from around the world. Cause I got tired of just drinking Blue Moon, Corona, Heineken, and all that stuff. I was just like, I need different shit. Like, and this beer I'm drinking right now is $10 for one bottle.
Yeah.
$20 for one fucking bottle of this shit.
He's committed.
So like I bought $165 worth of this beer last night. Like
And he'll do it again. Don't fuck with him.
$165 on fucking beer. That's a bill. That's a fucking bill. And this is why I have to go back to my job, people, because I have spending habits
You
that I
realize you can't afford
cannot
it.
contain. I'm fucking spending money on shit that I shouldn't be spending money on. My dad is like, how are you still affording all this shit? And I was like, Dad, don't
That's funny.
worry. I'm still good at the stock market. Like, yes, it's a wild bill, but I do anything for alcohol and my family and video games. Like, I have to add that in there.
If you had to rank it, what would the top one be?
You know, my top beer.
No, no, no. Your ranking. You said Bill, family, money,
Oh,
and
it's
kids.
money, video games, then alcohol and beer.
Okay.
Family first. But
Okay.
whenever I'm out with my family, I can still buy drinks. But I still put video games. If I had $60 left and they said you either could get a lifetime supply of beer or this one video game, I'm gonna buy that one video game before I get a lifetime supply of beer because I love video games that damn much.
For
I've
sure.
been doing this journalism thing for a long ass time since like 2000. God, what was my first website? My first website, gamingbins.com, back in like 2010, 11. I made that website, and like, so I've been doing this fucking video game journalism thing. I worked for the Source magazine. I've written for Nintendo. I've written for Microsoft Xbox magazine. I've been places, people. Like I've been doing this shit for a long ass time. I love fucking video games, man. Just trying to do it on my own. Of course, I have my partners now, but glad that we're growing. And once again, like and subscribe if you guys like what you see, and
Yeah,
like
for sure.
we appreciate it all.
Uh,
And as usual, if you want to be part of the show, like Matt is today, hit me up. Hit me up in the DMs. Let me know you want to be part of the Drinking the Game podcast or the Gamers podcast. We might bring you guys in there, but hit me up and we'll let you guys be part of the pod. We don't mind. I don't mind dropping any of our fans into the pod.
for
Just
sure.
have to make sure that you drink. You have to drink.
After
That's
drink.
the number one requirement. You have to drink. But what you were saying, Frank, I cut you off, man. My
I have no idea.
bad. So, all right. So then, with that said, I put the tournament out there of the top 30 games that are for. Oh, you got it here. All right, there we go. Because I was about to just read it off, but so I wanted to go over with you guys. With the round one is going on right now. Right now we had Ghostwire Tokyo versus Gran Turismo, and Super Mario 3D World and plus Bowser Fury versus Ratchet and Clank ripped apart. What would you guys pick between those? Because right now, Ghostwire Tokyo has a huge lead, and and not the Ratchet and Clank ripped apart is beating a Nintendo game, which is after I called out the Sony ponies, but now it's beating a Nintendo game. What do you guys think about that?
I like Ghostwire Tokyo. I think it's a unique game. I think the trailers is dope. It's something that I wasn't expecting. And then you said the other game was what was the name of the other game? I'm trying to find on the
Oh,
list.
is Gran Turismo 7.
Gran Turismo 7. Oh, so yeah. Nobody gives a shit about Gran Turismo anymore, right? It's all Forza now. It's funny because it reminds me of 2K and Live. Like with 2K, like Live was the shit forever. The same thing with Gran Turismo. Remember, nothing could touch Gran Turismo back in the day.
Yep.
But like
Boy,
they
they got
lost. I don't know. They just lost that race. So I like Ghostwire a lot. How about you, Matt?
Uh, honestly, I don't know either one of those games, man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I know more of the Ratchet and Clank and the other category, but the
the
first two games.
Mario. What do you pick between Match Ratchet and Clank and Mario?
Honestly, okay. So I never got into Ratchet and Clank, but I most recently played the what was the last one that came out because of the whole PlayStation Plus package.
I can't even remember. I never got into Ratchet and Clank either, so I can't even
And
tell you the last one.
and that game, I which I'm currently actually playing here and there, and am enjoying way too much. In that particular case, I did pick Ratchet and Clank. I'm not really into Nintendo and what they got going right now, honestly.
Yeah, I
Well,
agree with
yeah.
Police Ratchet and Clank.
So
Sony is pushing the game hard. I think Sony wants that game to be like
That
the
game is gonna
game.
be good.
it's
I think
gonna
Yeah,
be
so.
good. And the thing is that I never finished any Ratchet and Clank. I had every single one because when I worked for Sony, when I worked for PlayStation, we got these games for free. Like every Sony made game was given to me for free. And I just used to play Ratchet and Clank for like 5 minutes and then I just like, all right, whatever. So that was that's it for me. But Ratchet and Clank, but I'm excited for Bowser's Fury and Super Mario 3D World, not because Nintendo's rehashing another game, because y'all all know how much I hate Nintendo rehash it back to us. It's online multiplayer now.
yo, what up, DJ?
Online. This is the first time we're ever getting online multiplayer on a Mario game. Like if you guys buy that shit, we all could play. Like, and we could stream that shit too.
Wait, you talking
You
about
know,
Super Mario?
yeah, the Super Mario 3D
Nobody's
World
buying that shit.
Bowser's Fury is going to be online multiplayer.
Yeah, but Ratchet and Clank is a next gen experience.
Yeah, it's a next gen, but but Mario is Mario, right? That's what Nintendo sells us on. It's just
Yeah,
like
I
we're gonna buy it. I bet I might not even play more than 10 minutes of that Mario game, but I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it because it's fucking Mario, like the fucking collection. I'm just like fuck. I'm like, yo, I'm not. I bought the fucking collection with Mario Sunshine and all that
and
bullshit,
how do you feel
Mario
about it? A couple
64,
months later,
and I haven't played it yet. I have yet to play
that
it.
says enough.
It's sitting there in my fucking case. Like my kids are playing it, and I'm like, oh, my wife's like, you didn't play it yet. Here, take the game. I'm like, I'm not gonna play it. I'm probably not gonna play it for like another year or so. Or if I'm real bored or something, sitting in a waiting room somewhere.
I think just think Mario's. Again, hot take. Mario's overrated. It's the same fucking game
Oh,
over
don't
and
let Mike
over
hear
and
you say
over
that. Me
again.
and Mike, this is the one time me and Mike had an argument between me saying Mario's overrated and fucking
what makes you believe Mario's overrated though?
no, it's not
It's the
about no,
same fucking game.
no. I don't think Mario
Okay,
as
I'm a
a
cat now. I
whole.
climb on walls. I'm a
I don't,
raccoon now. I do this twisty thing. I'm a fucking flyer. I do fire. It's the same fucking game
no,
over
I
and
don't
over and
think
over again.
Mario as a whole is overrated. I think what Nintendo does with Mario is overrated because of how they use him to get whenever they run it, whenever their stock starts dipping,
They just yeah.
Mario comes back out.
Do you know what I wish they really explored more with? Well, properly anyway. The RPG series, Super Mario RPG.
Paper
Yes,
Mario.
yes,
No,
I
not
love
Paper Mario. Like
the
the
RPG.
Legend of the Seven Stars.
Yep, I love the RPG for it. Like even like the Paper Mario shit. Like I couldn't finish the game because it's not the type of Paper Mario game I was looking for. I was looking for more of a
Because it was
RPG
gimmicky.
feel with it with the game. Like the only time you feel like you're doing something new with that game is during boss battles. Like and boss battles force you to think. Other times I'm playing a game, I don't have to think about what I'm doing. And it's just like how long can you go before Mario is spread too thin?
I
No
just
pun
yeah,
intended.
like
You
I
know?
like Mario. I grew up on that shit. I
Yeah.
think we all grew up on that shit. I have I have. They, you know what Mario needs? A
Shout
fucking
out DJ Ham. Thanks for
yeah. What
joining
up,
the,
DJ?
the,
Showing
the
up.
chat.
What Mario needs is the like the last Link game, Zelda game. They need something like that to just rejuvenate, to just bring make it new again. And it's like you keep giving me the same shit, and people are gonna keep buying it because it's Mario. But like you're only gonna hit a certain audience after a certain amount of time. I think they need to do something new with the Mario franchise and start giving me us the same Mario Kart bullshit, Mario Tennis. I bought those games. I'm just right there with everybody else. I bought Mario Tennis because I grew up and Mario Tennis was the shit. So I'm like, yo, I'm buying that shit again. I bought Mario Kart again because I grew up on it again, and it's just like give me something new, give me a new experience, and not to get too off this tournament because we have a lot of games to go through.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Pokemon. It's like, yo, I grew up on this shit. I'm gonna buy every Pokemon, but give me a new experience. Like switch it up a little bit. Just my opinion, Dre. I don't know, we have a lot of games we gotta go through, so go ahead.
Well, buy Temtem. Buy Temtem then on PS5, man.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Like, you get a new experience. Like play with me and Mo. But other than that, so next up in the next round, which I just posted today, Lord of the Rings Gollum versus Monster Hunter Rise, and then Elden Ring versus Mass Effect
How do
Trilogy.
you feel about Elden Ring losing? Because I know you have to be upset about that.
So I love Mass Effect, and I know we're fucking like I want Mass Effect trilogy more just as much as anybody else. But Elden Ring is gonna be like our next Elder Scrolls. I really feel this is gonna be our next Elder Scrolls, and that's why I voted for that. Albeit I made a mistake in the comments, guy, and I made it Elden Ring, and I know everybody's making a
Like, what the
joke
fuck is
about that,
Elden
but I
Ring?
called it Elden Ring instead of Elden Ring, and it doesn't let me edit it without taking down the post, which I didn't want to do. But yes, Elden Ring is going to be something big, so I feel like it should be beating out Mass Effect
Me too.
trilogy.
I honestly, if it was Elden Ring versus the new Mass Effect, I would pick the new Mass Effect.
Yeah,
But if it's Elden Ring versus a remake of a trilogy, it has to be Elden Ring.
yeah, because I played the trilogy already,
Yeah, like
so
it's
it's
just
just
like a
like
remake of a trilogy. But like Elden Ring should win. I think it's a newer. It's like that trailer was dope when they showed it. So I voted for Mass Effect, but it should be Elden Ring.
you voted for Mass Effect, but it should be Elden Ring. Go back on your fucking phone and fucking
I
touch
got you.
the
We're doing
damn
that.
Elden Ring circle, man.
It's because you spelled it wrong. You said Elden Ring. I'm like, the fuck is Elden Ring?
You know, Matt, what will you choose, Elden Ring or the Mass
Mass,
Effect?
Mass Effect.
Mass
Really?
Effect
A
too.
trilogy? A remake over a new?
It's because Mass Effect is proven already. It's like
Exactly.
it's a
Exactly.
proven IP. We all love Mass Effect. It's just like I can't get mad at people for picking that over Elden Ring. But I still think Elden Ring is gonna be the next great thing. I think we're gonna get Elden Ring 2. I think we're gonna have an Elden Ring 3 after that game comes out. Yes, it will have glitches, and people will bitch about the glitches, but we always gotta expect glitches when it comes to these Bethesda games. So I'm not even worried. I don't care if my horse could run up a mountaintop with no problem. I just care that the game plays well and the story is great.
I
That's
think
all I
that's
think.
part of the gameplay.
Yes. What
Well,
about
wait,
Monster
wait, wait,
Hunter
real quick.
Rise? I
You said,
actually, huh?
go ahead, go ahead.
Now, I was actually surprised that I picked Monster Hunter Rise over a Lord of the Rings game. I actually picked Monster Hunter Rise, but because Monster Hunter Rise, I thought was going to be, when I first saw Monster Hunter Rise, people were probably going to kill me for this, but I thought it was going to be some bullshit. I'm like, yo, this is just another fucking Switch game. They're going to kill what they did in Monster Hunter World, and it's going to be some bullshit. It's going to be whack. I'm going to throw this shit in the trash. I'll probably put it in the toilet and shit on it. But then I played that demo. And when I played that demo, I'm like, yo, this is Monster Hunter World for the Switch. And I'm just like, this is gonna be a great fucking game. I understand why the fucking servers broke down while people were downloading this game. This is Monster Hunter World for the Switch. And yes, I still have problems playing a complicated game like that with Switch controls because with their
Yeah,
X being in the wrong place, Y being in the wrong place, A being in the wrong place. I don't know. Like Nintendo needs to fucking fix their control. But it's like Monster Hunter Rise has me more excited than Lord of the Rings Gollum. because we don't have that much details on Lord of the Rings Gollum right now, so that's why I picked that over
I
that.
think if Lord of the Rings Gollum had more gameplay, I think it'd probably be a closer race. But we know what Monster Hunter Rise is gonna be, and if you like words, you're gonna like this game. But I'd be interested in Gollum. I think we saw a trailer of it. Did it do
Yeah,
like a little trailer of it? It looked good, and there's a
Golem
lot.
does look really good.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of hype behind it, but we need more than that. So I I picked Monster Hunter just because I played the Shadow Wars. But I would like. I'm looking forward to our Lord of the Rings game. We just talked about how they need a new game, so maybe this could be the game that like people
this is
like
just
show up
my
for.
filler until that next MMO comes out, man. This is my filler until then. What about you, Matt? What would you choose, Lord of the Rings or Monster Hunter?
Hey, Lord of the Rings, and again, my opinion is probably unpopular again for this, but I don't enjoy the Monster Hunter series.
What? What?
I don't. And and
You ever played Monster Hunter World?
yeah, I did. And it's not that the game itself is bad. It's just I found myself getting bored unless I was playing with somebody.
Bored.
Yes, you
Holy
gotta play
shit!
with me
I
and
was
my
expecting you to say overwhelmed because there's a lot of
cousin.
mechanics and shit. I didn't say bored, bro. There's like
Yeah,
so much shit to do in that
Monster
game.
Hunter World was my
But there's
first
a lot to do. Yeah.
Monster Hunter experience.
I just because I wasn't able to experience this with some I don't know, it just
Okay.
didn't for me.
Were you
Like
playing
You know when
solo
you're
most of the
playing by
time?
yourself, it's not as fun when you're like strategizing with friends. Like, yo, since you got the sword,
exactly. And I
so
am someone who plays multiplayer most of the time. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So yeah. You got that game changes when you have a squad because it's just like it's so much better because everybody can like have different weapons and each weapon has a whoa.
Yeah.
Like I used to play with the axe or the hammer and like my thing was to knock the dude down and then the next guy had the fucking blades and just fucking cut them up. So
yeah,
yeah,
I'm always with
I
the
get it.
heavy artillery, the weapon. I use the gun, the heavy that fucking gun that got all the bombs and shit. That was always my fucking weapon and shit. Like if you guys have any favorite weapon of Monster Hunter, let us know too. I want to hear what everybody else plays with. You
In
know,
any game where you could customize your guy, for me it's always the heavy, like big axe, like wielding, just powerful swings.
what about Dauntless? Do you like Dauntless? You ever played that?
I did play Dauntless and I enjoyed that, but again, that was something that turned into I was starting to play by myself. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And that
you
was a
gotta hit
lot of
me
fun when
up.
I had my friends playing with me. Yeah,
You know
definitely.
what we gotta do? We gotta our Discord, join our Discord, and then we could get like groups together on
Yeah,
Discord.
Matt. You and our Discord. You should join the Discord, man.
I'll join the Discord, definitely.
Yes, so you know the links and shit. But in the next round we got Back for Blood versus the Medium, and
Back
then
for Blood.
yes, me too. Back for Blood.
Of
That's
course,
exactly.
it's a legendary
We played that.
studio.
You
Left
guys
4
can
Dead.
check out our gameplay footage of Back for Blood Alpha if you
Yeah,
guys
check
can
our
check
YouTube.
that
It's
out.
still up there.
Yeah, it's still up there. So check that out. And then I have Fable versus Pokemon Snap.
Unfair favor.
Yeah, I would go with Fable because I'm more of an RPG guy, even though the nostalgia for Pokemon Snap is still there.
Pokemon Snap was so much fun. I mean, I don't know if it'll live up to to what we remember it as, but I do remember it being a lot of fun.
That again, Nintendo with the whole nostalgia factor is just like, hey guys, you know this game you grew up with, buy it
Yeah,
again.
here it is, repackaged.
Yeah, it has better
That's
graphics, interesting
Nintendo though.
graphics.
That's Nintendo though.
I know,
That's
but
what we
like
did.
favor, I think it'd be dope to see all the shit that I forgot to do his name, Peter Jackson, not Peter Jackson, that's the fucking director. But whatever the fuck to do his name is to live up about all that shit that he said that he wanted favor to be with the technology we have
Peter
now.
Molyneux.
Yeah, Peter Molyneux. To be able to experience that version of Faber now, I think it'd be a really dope game, especially with the
Everything he wanted to put into the game, he could do now on these
yes,
next gen systems.
4K 120 hertz, bro. Like that's just gonna be fucking amazing. Like I, honestly, at the end of the day, Pokemon Snap on Switch, how much better is it gonna be than the N64?
Yeah.
I, I think it'll be better by far, but
You know the problem is, what's your favorite? All right, you seem like you know Pokemon. What's your favorite generation of Pokemon?
first.
Exactly. So go play N64 Pokemon Snap, and you get the same experience.
That's true. That is true.
Because that's the same thing. Every time I get a choice between this crazy Pokemon, or Charizard, or Charmander, I'm picking Charmander because I don't know what the fuck these other things are. So I pick the same fucking Pokemon for every game because I
I
just
feel
love
like
Gen 1.
they got lazy after a while with with
Bro,
like the
the first, second, and third generations are the best. After that, it was just like some made up bullshit.
yeah.
It's just like, come on.
We have to get more. But in the next round, though, we got Outriders versus Returnal, and Horizon Forbidden West versus Scorn. You know, Outriders, I'm not too sure what this game's gonna be. It's a four-player co-op game, like action. It looks like a third-person shooter co-op game and stuff. Looks good for what I've seen. Returnal, I really don't know
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even
what this
know that
game
name.
is gonna be. You
I'm gonna
know,
look it up real fast.
so I'll probably pick Outriders when I put that bracket up over Returnal, just because I don't know where. If anybody knows where Returnal is gonna be and you want to combat that shit, let us know in the comments. But until then, I'm gonna have to fucking go with Outriders. When it comes to Horizon or
Oh,
Scorn,
okay. Returnal was that mobile the Game Award with the space shoot. No, let me just do
is
this real
that the
fast.
scary game that's supposed to be for the makers of Dead? No. What is it? Fucking not Dead Rising. Dead Space. Was it for the
No, it
makers
was
of
that
Dead
game
Space?
that we saw that you just like shit on immediately. Um, here, let me
Oh,
see
if I
here.
shitted on it already, then there we go. It's still shitted on then.
It's this game, that space
uh,
game.
yes. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I like the idea of it. I think it was pretty cool, but yeah, it. I don't know what the fuck this game is supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trusting that yet. I'll probably own it because there's still so little games, like next gen only games out there. I'll probably just buy it just because. But
Yeah,
look out for a drink in the game when that game comes out because I'll probably have some shit to talk, on some real shit. But when it comes down to fucking oh god, where the fuck is shit go? But I was talking about Horizon and Scorn. I think Scorn is gonna be a massive flop, and Horizon is gonna be a massive success. So I'll definitely be going Horizon when it comes between the.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
really? You picked Horizon. What's the list at?
I think Scorn is gonna be a flop.
Was Scorn the one that is like.
It's a first-person horror game.
Yeah, it was the one that was like everything was like alive. Like the gun was alive, it was
Yeah, the
moving.
gun was alive. I saw that gameplay video, and I
Yeah,
can tell you now, coming from Dre and usually guys, when I call this shit, I'm always right. Scorn is
yeah. I
gonna
think
be
yeah.
a flop.
The only thing, yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm trying to like put up a fight. There's no fight.
What about you, Matt? Any dog in that race?
No, I think Horizon is definitely it for me when I'm voting on that.
I think that the only thing with the Horizon, I hope that like it's not just. I hope it brings more to the table. I like the mechanics of Horizon, but I just don't want Horizon 2.0. I want it to be like a new experience. But at the end of the day, I guess people are gonna play it just because they like the first
Yeah,
one.
I'm excited about it. Cause I finally beat Zero Dawn like late last year, and I'm just like, all right, now I can finally be ready for part two when it comes out. And I'm interested in seeing where they take that story and what they could do next and everything. So I'm gonna play it on easy mode to get through it faster because I don't like taking long on games, especially since I buy a new game every week. So I'm gonna take that one slow. But in the next round, we have Diablo 4 versus Hitman 3, and then Breath of the Wild 2 versus Bayonetta 3. So I'm going to pick Diablo. I know Hitman is still going to be a game. I told you guys I like the game, but Diablo is Diablo, guys. Like, who's going against fucking Diablo 4 right
Yo, this trailer right here,
now?
this
Yeah,
trailer right here, that shit was dope, bro.
I expect the Diablo to have the majority of the votes. I expect it to blow Hitman 3 out of the water when that shit. And it was funny, by the time I post that poll between Hitman 3 and Diablo, Hitman 3 is going to already be out. So it's like, do you guys like what you see with Hitman 3? That is going to be better. It's two different games, but at the same time, I'm an RPG guy. So it's like, I'm always going to pick Diablo over Hitman 3. And then when it comes to the Breath of the Wild and Bayonetta Breath of the Wild, of course. It's
Yeah.
fucking Zelda, right? I don't even think Bayonetta is gonna get more than one vote when I put that thing out. I think Bayonetta is gonna get one vote, and Breath of the Wild is gonna have like 30.
I'm gonna vote for Bayonetta just cause.
All
That's
right, so Bayonetta is gonna have two votes.
Yeah, I think the Breath of the Wild, if they could like improve on the shit that people was complaining about, I think it's gonna be Game of the Year easy. I think that they have a good foundation, the open worldness, the I actually like the durability of weapons. It made you kind of be conscious of that instead of just like
I
hacking
didn't
all the
like that
time.
shit. That
I
shit pisses me off. Like my sword, if my sword is made of metal, don't tell me it's gonna break. Okay, like if the enemy's body isn't made of
Yo,
steel,
you're
my
cutting arcs
weapon should
over and
not
over
be
again. It's
break.
gonna break.
Like I can understand the wooden weapons. If you say okay, your wooden weapons have they could break after a while. Okay, I understand that. But if I got something made of steel, made of fucking stone, well, even stone could break. But if I got something made out of steel and metal, I don't want to see that shit's gonna break. Like that shit pisses me off, man. That's why I feel Phoenix Immortals Phoenix Rising is more fun to me than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. So I think yeah, I like Zelda of course. Like I said, I think that if they could like add to what they already did, is like just building on the foundation they already had, I think it's gonna be a Game of the Year contender easy. And Diablo 4, just because it's Diablo 4. Like Hitman 3, I feel like is a certain like niche. I think people like this is really hardcore fans that like Hitman 3, but I think a majority of people love Diablo.
Of course, we all love Diablo. Of course, everyone's obsessed with Diablo too, but Diablo is still the shit. But next up, we have Resident Evil 8 Village versus Deathloop, and Far Cry 6 versus Gotham Knights. Now, these are going to be, well, no, I'm going to pick Resident Evil over Deathloop because Deathloop, I think, is going to be a fucking flop. I know Felice is all about Resident Evil 8.
I
And
know that's like her
look
Game of the
out
Year.
for it this Thursday. We're doing a live reaction to the Resident Evil showcase, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this Thursday coming. We will be doing a live react to what they show us, which should be great. They're going to show us some gameplay and all that stuff. So
Do
looking
you think
forward
we
to
need that though?
do we need it? I
Yeah.
need it because I got to see what I'm in. I'm about to be in tune
You think
for.
it's gonna be VR?
I'm a bitch. Like when it comes to fucking scary games, I'm a fucking bitch. I can't finish fucking Blair Witch. I'm surprised I finished Resident Evil Biohazard. Like I can't even play my Five Night at Freddy's in VR right now because fucking mechanical bears are fucking jumping out at me and I'm fucking scared.
safe to say you haven't tried Visage yet, though.
Oh, that's why I haven't bought that game because everyone is saying that's the scariest
That
game
game is
ever.
horrifying, man.
But only thing that's stopping me is not because it's scary, but because they said that the inventory system is bad, and I don't want to deal with a bad inventory system. You know,
Okay.
I can't do that shit. And if you guys see in the chat, Felice just dropped down a code to get a free avatar. I believe for Resident Evil 8. So check that out if you guys see that code. But Far Cry 6 and Gotham Knights, that's a hard decision for me because Gotham Knights, I'm excited. Like that's like three players co-op, and that's perfect for me, Felice and Freddie to play that shit. Looking forward to see how they do it. They said that they made the game just for co-op and stuff. But Far Cry 6 is like we played Far Cry games. We
Yeah.
do know what it's gonna be. Like take over this base, take over here and there. But for me, when it comes to the Far Cry games, it's all about the acting and just how good is the antagonist in this game. Does he make me care? Like Far Cry 5, the antagonist, like I didn't really care. And the thing about him is that I think one thing that turned me off with the Far Cry 5 antagonist is because it was about religion, and I'm not religious. Like you come at me with religion, I'm just gonna go in on a whole bunch of facts and shit, and it's just like so that kind of turned me off. But with Far Cry 6, and we're getting like Gustavo in this fucking game. We're getting Gustavo. and possibly boss if it turns out the way we want it to be, and so I have to pick um fucking
Far Cry,
no, I'm gonna
Batman.
go with Gotham Knights
Oh
because I
yeah,
feel like Gotham Knights is gonna be something different,
yeah.
you
Look at this
know.
gameplay. Like this is like imagine playing this, but like as a co-op.
Yeah, exactly. Like we could strategize and everything in this game. Like I gotta go with Gotham Knights, man. Like I gotta pick Gotham Knights. What about you, Matt? What you got?
Absolutely, Gotham Knights. Absolutely, without even thinking about it. All the co-op, the possibilities with the co-op in that game alone is ridiculous. So
I just
I
hope
can't.
it doesn't go over. Sorry, not to cut you off.
You're good, bro.
The Marvel Avengers aspect. I hope it's a full game and not just like fucking with us. You know.
Nah, they told
Yeah,
me that it's gonna be co-op through the whole story and everything. Like you're gonna be able to play co-op through the story and all that. So hopefully everything is good. I don't think we're gonna be disappointed with this game. Hopefully not. But unfortunately, it's not part of the Gotham universe. It's not gonna be part of the
Because
universe
they
that
killed Batman.
so like yeah. We gotta wait for the Suicide Squad game that's gonna be part of the universe that we're used to playing, which is gonna be weird, but hey, hopefully we'll see how that fucking goes. I think it's gonna be good too. But what about Matt? Resident Evil or Deathloop?
Resident Evil. I was really upset with what Resident Evil was doing with when they turned their horror game into essentially like an action game. Like Resident Evil 5 and 6 was not
Yeah,
Resident
5
Evil,
and 6 was straight up action. That's
and
all
then they
I
came out,
game so easily. I was like, oh, this is a fucking action game.
and then they did 7, which blew my mind. That game was, I thought it was horrifying. It was a lot of fun to play in VR. So I just
You play that in VR? I was scared and shit. As soon as my girlfriend came crawling up the stairs and jumped in my face, I threw my VR headset off. And I was like, I'm not playing this game in VR. I'm playing this on the screen. Like, I'm not doing
yeah. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. Absolutely.
it.
I
So,
I'm over playing in VR. I started it in VR, but I'm like again, like I couldn't finish it in VR. I don't know. I don't think I have the eyes for VR. I begin like nauseous and shit when I play VR.
Headaches and it
Yeah,
happens. Yeah, it happens. It happens. You
yeah,
just
my
gotta fight
son
through
gets
that shit, man.
nauseousness. I never got nauseous playing.
If you pass not playing VR, it's all right. It happens.
yeah. I I love VR though. Oh, Andrea, I don't know if you heard me before, but do you think VR is gonna be on Resident Evil 8?
I think so. I
It
think
should. It worked well on 7, so
yeah.
it should.
Only problem is that you have to get that free cord from Sony in order to play your VR on PS5. You gotta get that cord.
Yeah, I
So
gotta look for that link again.
yeah, I gotta look for that and get a cord. But my VR is currently collecting dust right now. All I play is my Oculus. I don't even touch anything with wires in VR anymore. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm gonna play that in VR because if the last one scared the shit out of me, this one will definitely fucking be next level. Just leave with better graphics and shit. Like, nah, man,
Yeah.
I'll pass. I'll pass. Me. I'll play that shit with my controller. But next up, Halo Infinite versus Persona 5 Strikers, and then Metro Prime 4 versus Overwatch 2, which I know is a hard decision for Felice because she loves Overwatch, but who could go against Metro Prime 4? If we actually get that this year.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that though, I'm gonna go for I'm probably voting for Overwatch because I'll probably play Overwatch more. And of course Halo Infinite, even though I love Musu games, which Persona 5 Strikers is gonna be, I have to go with fucking Halo because Halo is just my shit. I don't care about the graphics that they show me. Like they would if they gave me that game just how they showed it, I
Yeah, I
would
think
have
it's
been
just the
satisfied.
internet being just
Yeah, it's the
dickheads.
internet
I think
being
it
the
was
internet.
like just people looking for something to complain about.
Yeah,
You can't trust the internet. I think Halo, the thing that makes me feel good about Halo is that they taking the feedback of what people were saying, and they're like, we're gonna delay this game. We're gonna make it the way you guys want it. Even though honestly, I think if they just released it the way it was, people were like, okay, this is probably a good Halo game. But I think they want it to be more than just a good Halo game. I think they want it to be like discussion for like game of the year. So hopefully they take the feedback and really work on it.
yep. What about you, Matt? I know you don't play on Xbox, but will you put Halo over Persona 5 Strikers? Or
Yeah, I'll put Halo over. I'll definitely put Halo over.
oh yeah, but you got PC, so you can still play Halo.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
what about Metroid Prime and Overwatch 2?
So I gotta go Metroid Prime. I mean, of course.
I
Who's
know.
gonna
Well,
go
I'm
against
going
that?
against it, but I
But
understand.
the things that I've heard actually so far about Overwatch, I mean, aren't they changing like the whole like everything about that game?
Yeah, they're about to. They're like doing things like one of the game modes I know is getting rehashed, but I think a lot of things are still gonna feel the same because they're still putting part one in there with part two. So
I'll probably ultimately end up playing Overwatch 2 way more than Metroid.
yeah, because you're gonna be on PC, so you're
Yeah.
definitely playing Overwatch more than that shit. Um, but yeah, but I want to ask you guys. So, out of all the games in this list, what's you guys' most anticipated game for 2021? What do you guys think should win this list, or what's your personal most anticipated game out of this list?
Personally, I'm gonna do that the Batman game. Um I'm really excited to see.
Oh, wait. We didn't talk about God of War Ragnarok and
Oh yeah,
Dying Light
God of
too.
War Ragnarok and Dying Light are also on this list too.
Oh, okay, so then that changes my
Yeah, that's first round buys. They're
Yeah,
first round buys.
Okay, so Ragnarok, absolutely.
yeah,
Everything like I need that game to come out sooner than later. I just
bro.
want
The
it to be
ending of that first one,
come on,
yo, come on.
amazing.
Yeah,
So let's see what they do with that. And
yeah. The music from Halo is fucking dope, Naomi.
All the time, music from Halo. I got the Halo soundtrack on my phone, so I always listen to
But
Halo.
yeah, I think that for me, before I saw God of War, honestly, I was saying favor. I'm just really looking forward to what they do with
when did
that
the last
franchise.
Fable came out? It's been like
360, I
forever.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be good.
So
That
I'm saying
should
I
be
think Faber I'm looking forward to the most. Then probably it'd probably be God of War Ragnarok, Faber.
2010. It's been 11 years
Yeah.
since our last Fable game.
So I'll be God of War, Faber, and then I want to say Elden Ring as third. My top three
Yeah,
games.
it's God of War, Elden Ring, and Halo for me. Those are my top three.
I'm going God of War, Gotham Knights, Halo.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we'll see, man. And don't forget to vote, people. If you're on our Facebook page, vote on these games. What do you think is going to be the best game of 2021? We got the links up in there. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, our Discord. Hit us up if you want to be part of this pod. Like hit me up, like Matt did. Matt just hit me up. I tell you guys all the time. I'll let you guys in. I'm always ready to let anybody come in and speak their opinion and stuff. You know, um,
As long as you have a drink in your hand.
yeah, just have a drink in your
That's
hand.
important.
That's the important part. You guys have anything to add before we finish up? You
I
guys have
think that like this year, it's starting off slow. We have Hitman 3, and then we have the medium. But I can't wait for things to pick up. I'm just want a reason to turn my Xbox and PS5 on. And right now I'm just playing old games on it or like upgraded versions of it. I want like some fucking next gen games. So I can't wait for these games to come out.
yeah.
So,
I'm constantly watching my fucking store, and I'm just like, when's the next fucking gen games coming? Like, give me something. At least with medium, don't gotta pay for that, so I feel better paying for
Yeah.
Hitman when it comes out. Cause I'm like, two games come out this week, and I only have to pay for one. So that's
right.
definitely a plus. And Police Cat is gonna be streaming that. Look out for Cat's Corner, people. You know,
Yeah,
um,
check our schedule up. We're updating every Sunday. Check our schedule up. We have it fresh every week. Me and Felice and Joy's gonna jump on and stream a lot. The schedule's there, so you can catch us all at the same time. Catch us when you want us.
Yes, yes, people. So I already told you, like, follow if you haven't already. Comment when you guys can. Look out for those polls because we going over there more and more. Look out for the Gamerish. New season starts this Thursday. Dre, Felice, Freddie G, we're on there. Mike, if he can make it. So guys, look out for all that. We got big things coming this week. Also, the top 10 people I still have from last month. I'll do the spin-off on the Gamerish podcast for the top 10 contributors to the Facebook page, and whoever wins will get a $10 Amazon gift card from me if you're watching the pod. If you're not part of the pod, sorry, you can't get it because how much are you really supporting us then if you're not
Just
watching
show
the
up once
pod?
a week.
You know, so you just got to show up once a week. You know, like that's as simple as that. So guys, so tune in. Matt, thanks for joining us, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem at all. We enjoyed the combo, and everybody else, guys, hit me up. Hit up Dre if you want to be part of a drink of the game next week. Let me know. Just have a game ready to talk about. Have a drink ready to talk about. So as usual, till next time, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games. Peace out.
Bye.